So 2006, Greg Rose and Dave Phillips invited the 6 of us to TPI for 2 days in 2006. And it was a watershed moment for me. They had the stack and tilt guys, I think, the 1 plane, 2 plane guys, different times, not the same time. They were just learning themselves and basically saying, hey, we're able to measure what all these camps can do or we're trying to do. And we're telling them what we're seeing. So we're sitting in the room, and the not first thing, but about 20 minutes in, Greg Rose says, is deceleration good in the downswing? Now, if I'd have asked you that in 1980, you'd have said emphatically no, right? Would you have not? We all would, And I said, I tell him, I go, no. And he says, that's not right. And I said, really? Can you show me? And he showed me my first kinematic sequence graph. Pelvis rotation in degrees per second. Goes to the top, goes to 0, here we are. And halfway down, by the way, the pelvis is moving, it's faster, rotating about square on the downswing. And then it starts slowing down from there. God darn, that's not what I'm teaching. And he started looking at all the other rotations and then realizing that without deceleration, you don't create any speed. So then the second thing, he brought up wrist graphs. Flexion, extension, radial, ulna, and supination, right? My first wrist graphs I've ever saw. What I saw is when that was coming down, the lead wrist was in flexion. Or it was, let's say it was flat at the top. Tour players, most of them, were moving towards flexion early in the downswing. And by the time they get 2/3 of the way down, this thing is in flexion, but moving towards extension. Not a single frame of a pitcher shooting a video, a frame advance. I went, oh my God, that's not what I'm teaching. I'm teaching a flat left wrist. And then nobody's doing it. I said, how much are one of those systems? And they said, well, a 12 sensor is 40,000 and a 8 sensor is 30. I bought one. Look, I didn't have that money sitting in a drawer, but I realized what I was teaching was not right because it wasn't what was happening amongst the best players in the world.